Hey everyone. So, have you ever stopped to think about how all the different parts of a big app, actually talk to each other? Like, think about an e commerce site. You click buy, and suddenly your order status updates, a shipping notification gets prepped, and the inventory count goes down all at once. How does that even work? Well, the secret? It's all in how they communicate. So, yeah, that's the big question we're tackling today. In today's world of, microservices and all these distributed systems, you've got dozens, sometimes hundreds of different little programs all trying to work together. They all need to be on the same page. So how do they pass messages around without it all falling apart? Well, honestly, without a smart system in place, it's just chaos. Pure chaos. Just imagine a huge open office, and every time somebody finishes a little piece of work, they have to stand up and literally shout the update to everyone they think needs to know. It'd be just a mess, right? A noisy, tangled disaster of people yelling at each other. That's exactly what it's like when you just wire up all your software components directly. It's super fragile and a total nightmare to manage. Okay, but there's a much better way, a much more elegant solution to all that chaos. What if, instead of everyone shouting at everyone else, we set up a kind of central hub to handle all the messages? And that, my friends, brings us right to our main topic, the event broker. In a nutshell, an event broker is that central hub. It's the core piece of a design style we call event-driven architecture. And the whole idea, the entire point of this approach, is to make communications smoother, making sure all those messages, or events as we call them, get where they need to go. So, the best way to think about this is to picture a smart bulletin board. A digital one, of course. So instead of shouting across the office, our little software components can just walk up and pin a note, that's our event, to the central board for anyone who's interested to see. Okay, so to really get how this bulletin board works, we need to know two things: who's pinning the notes up and who's reading them. And this brings us to the core pattern of this whole system: publish and subscribe. All right, it's pretty simple. On one side, you have what's called a publisher. This is any part of your app that has something to announce, like, hey, an order was just placed. It takes that message, that event, and publishes it to our bulletin board, the broker. Then on the other side, you've got your subscribers. These are the components that have already told the broker, hey, just so you know, I'm really interested in order-placed events. Let me know when one comes in. And here's the magic part, the really crucial thing. The publisher has no idea who's listening. It doesn't care. And the subscribers, they have no idea who sent the message. They're completely independent of each other. So a publisher posts a message, and the subscribers are just waiting to hear about it. But what does the event broker, our smart bulletin board, actually do with that message? What are its core jobs? Let's break it down. It's actually a really clean four-step process. First, an event gets published. Easy enough. Step 2, the broker catches it. Now, step 3 is where the real smarts come in. The broker filters and routes it. It looks at the event, sees it's a user logged in event, for example, and then it checks its list of who's raised their hand for that specific topic. And finally, step 4, it delivers that message only to the subscribers who care. Your inventory system probably doesn't care that a user logged in, right? But your security monitoring system? Oh yeah, it definitely does. The broker makes sure the right people get the right memo. And really, that's the whole point. All that work, the receiving, the filtering, the routing, it's all laser focused on one single goal: making sure the right events get to the right subscribers every single time. You can think of it as the ultimate air traffic controller for your application's information. Okay, so we've got this central hub, this smart bulletin board running the show. But why? What's the big deal? Why is this architecture so much better? Why does it win? Well, there are some huge wins here. First, you get one central, reliable place for all communication. No more chaos. Second, you know the messages are getting to the right place accurately. But the third one, this one's the real game changer. It promotes independence. Your different software components are decoupled. They aren't tied directly to each other. This means you can update one part or even replace it completely without breaking everything else. For instance, you could totally rewrite your shipping service from scratch, and as long as it still knows how to listen for those order-placed events, the rest of your system literally won't know or care that anything changed. That is incredibly powerful. And this idea right here really says it all. Components can communicate without being directly connected. That single concept is what allows us to build the massive, scalable, and tough-as-nails software we rely on today. It's the difference between that chaotic, noisy office we talked about and a super efficient, silent one, where everyone gets the exact right information at the exact right time. So I'll just leave you with this thought. An event broker isn't just some dry, technical pattern. It's a whole new way to think about building things. It lets you create systems that can react and respond to things happening right now. So the real question to ask yourself is, what could you build if your systems could react to absolutely anything instantly? Think about that for a bit. Thanks for tuning in.